Hello everybody and welcome back to No Man's Sky. It's me, Caster, and in this video we're going to go through some of the things that have been added as part of the Voyager update in No Man's Sky. This is not going to include the Corvette assembly or upgrades or anything like that. I've already done the Corvette assembly video if you want to go check that out. This is my one here at the moment. I've been doing this modifications on this Corvette so many times. And I'm just sticking with this one for now. I'm probably going to go back and spend another 14 hours trying to figure out what I want to do. However, what we're going to go through today is some of the other little details that they've added in the Voyagers update. So one of the things that they've added is we can now actually walk around our Corvette. Obviously, you can't do this in your Starship, and your freighter doesn't really act like a Starship. You can warp to places, but you can't fly it around a system. So this is sort of like a halfway house. So if we press down on our D-pad, we can press the leave pilot seat option, and then we can walk around our Corvette. Now this is quite a small Corvette. I have built bigger ones, but I've gone back to the smaller type for maneuverability purposes. And I do have like a refiner. I do have a mission radar here. I have a nutrient processor. This is like a plant thing. If we go in up here, we can actually put in our living wall. That's what it is. And we can build stuff in here. So I've got a storage pack in here as well. We put an internal stairway in for those who were questioning whether you can actually put internal stairways into your Corvette. You certainly can. So you can stack up habitation modules when you're building it. Storage container there. And then, of course, I have the cockpit. Now, one other thing you can do whilst you're in your Corvette is we want to go over to planet Starborn here. So we can actually go into autopilot management, pressing down on the D-pad on my Xbox controller. And then I can go to current maintain current flight path. I can go to the actual station itself. I can go to any of these planets, and there is planet Starborn. And if I do that, it will just do it for me. And then look, I can step out the seat. I'm out the seat, and while it's going there, I can refine in my refiner. I can do some cooking. I can do stuff. I can just chill. I can just chill and watch it happen. I mean, that is pretty cool, isn't it? As it goes off to the planet. And if we want to just stop that, hop back into the seat, and then we can just stop. I do like that autopilot option, and I do like the fact you can now walk around your Starship / Corvette. Another really interesting thing they've actually added to the game as part of the Voyagers update is when you leave your pilot seat here, you can actually go to the back or go to your hatch. So there is a hatch option to have at the bottom, and it will sort of drop down and drop you down out of the ship. But we've got one at the back here. If we operate this, it will lower the hatch, and we can go and we can stand outside and have a look into deep space, and we can also spacewalk. We can spacewalk now. Look at this. And if we go onto our Corvette, we can actually just walk around, but we can spacewalk here. I mean, that is not bad, is it? I just think this is just so cool. I mean, there's no practical use for it, but it is really cool. And as you can see, it's actually really cold out here, so we might have to put in some of our cold protection, thermal protection. But this is just, I mean, look at that. It is really cool. We can just float around out here. Some great picture moments as well in photo mode. What a good little feature. I do like it. I really do. I mean, like I said, no practical use, but it's quite cool. And it's harder to get back on than you actually think. There you go. Mastered it. Just in case you're not aware, if you do go a little bit too far from your ship and you just want to summon it in, you can do that. It will just summon there, look, and it will put you back in the ship. So don't worry if you're too far away. As long as you can summon your ship in, you should be fine. We've just entered the atmosphere of planet Starborn, and one other thing that they put in here, which is really fun, again, serves really no purpose, but it's really fun, is to actually skydive out of your ship. Like this. Look. Holy crap. We're actually skydiving. and you can use your jetpack to go a bit quicker. I mean, that is so cool. Look, my base is down there. Can we make it to the base? Do not know. Look, there's some ships going by. That's really cool. And we just look how high we are falling. If we just leave it, look, it will just skydive down. Make sure though, before you hit the ground, that you use your jetpack to slow you down and land safely, because otherwise, I mean, I've even hurt myself there, you will die. So yeah, just be careful, especially if you're on permadeath. One thing that I have heard as a bit of an issue is that players can't get their ship back or their Corvette back after they've skydived. All you need to do is summon it in, and of course you can do that. Now, some people say that they can't actually summon it in at all, and just because I can do it doesn't mean that it's an issue that isn't happening for some players. It most likely 100% is. So if that is happening to you, go to the Zendesk and report that as an issue, and then they will fix it as part of the patches that are no doubt going to come as part of the Voyagers update. So another feature added to the game, this is one that I really like. It's just, I don't know why I like it so much. It's a really good little feature. If we go over to our little button here, so this is our open hatch button. We've actually got a beam down to planet button. We use that and we're a little bit too high. So you can be too high. Let's go a little bit lower. Too high in the atmosphere. Let's see if we can do it here. Can we do it here maybe? Yes, we can. So just a little bit lower and we've come down to the planet. And it leaves this here. Beam aboard our new Corvette planet. And it's got a little icon there. And if we run away from this little icon, a little icon will stay there. And it will tell us where it is. So we will be able to get back to it with ease. And we just click it again and we're back aboard our Corvette. Really like that. I don't know why. I just love it. Another little nice feature added as part of the Voyagers update is actually within, or outside of your freighter. These two bright lights here either side of the actual Starship parking area. And your Corvette will park on these two bright blue lights. And we use the same button we use to go down to a planet, beam aboard freighter. And it will beam us aboard the freighter. And of course we just use it again to beam back up. The only thing I'd say with this is when I had my Starship as my primary ship and I tried to summon in my Corvette, it wouldn't allow me to summon it in here, and I couldn't do it from here, and I couldn't access this to sort of just take me to the Corvette and the Corvette come and dock at the freighter. It just didn't do that at all. So I think that's something that they need to sort out in the fixes as well. One other thing I would say is that my Corvette seems to produce its own upgrades, and they just sort of appear and they move around, and I can't move any of these either. They're kind of stuck. I can move the phase beam, but I can't move you know, I can't move the pulse engine. I can't move these key bits of technology. So I'm hoping that that is going to be sorted as well in the next few patches, because that is quite annoying. So there you go, guys. There is the video today. I just wanted to highlight those little features that have come into the game just to make life a little bit easier for us when we're using the Corvettes. I really do like some of them. I think they're just there for fun as well, especially the skydive and the spacewalk. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. Take care out there. Bye bye.